our intrepid travelers. They had just been hurled into the Sapphire Tombs by the explosion of the obsidian scarab. Damn it, Lazard! The heroes awoke broken, bloodied, and deep beneath the desert.
This is exactly how I wanted to spend my evening, getting mauled by mummy ghosts.
Inside the tomb, they discovered the chained First Pharaoh, an ancient god king imprisoned by terrifying curse magic.
If we leave him, the cult uses him. But if we free him, we're gambling everything.
When the cult of Setekh arrived, the heroes struck a desperate bargain, agreeing to help with the ritual binding in exchange for survival.
If either side betrays the deal, the sigil triggers. Everyone it's bound to dies instantly.
Very well. Let the sigil bind us all.
Puds immediately betrayed the cult, triggering a death sigil that annihilated the cultists.
You've doomed us all!
Only for the First Pharaoh to twist the curse and spare the heroes for his own purposes.
You did not survive the binding because of your strength. You survived because I chose to spare you.
When the Pharaoh demanded their loyalty, the heroes began walking away, forcing the ancient tyrant to abandon all pretense of power and beg to be freed.
Being trapped in here is so boring.
Revealing himself as a dramatic, slightly pathetic god with a flair for flatbread.
I'll make a deal. I will make a deal.
I hope you're holding on to your pants, because this next episode's going to be a rum tugger. The Big Quest Ion! That was too much.
That's gonna make the cut. Hello and welcome back to the Big Quest Ion. This is episode 6 in our AI-driven mini-series, The Curse of the Black Pyramid. If you haven't listened to the first 5 episodes, I highly suggest you go back and check out those now, or not much in this episode is going to make sense. It barely makes sense for those of you who are all caught up. However, just in case this is your first time listening to the BQI and you've decided to just dive right into the story blindly on episode 6, well, first of all, bold move. Second of all, you should know that this show is written in part by AI, but not entirely, because that would suck. We use it more like a random plot and character generator, a digital dungeon master on this epic quest, if you will. And to make it easy for you to know what's written by AI and what isn't, just know that when you hear the sound design, that's how you know the script was written by AI. And when it cuts out, that's how you know it's just the rusty old Model T Ford human thoughts. As always, mature themes abound on the BQI, so viewer discretion is advised.
For those of you kiddywinkles listening to this podcast right now,
Last episode was wild, and I think it really showcased the limitation of AI's ability to produce coherent stakes for the characters.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm still reeling from Cultmaster Tarut's ultimatum to the main characters, essentially saying, all right, here's how I know you'll keep your word. I'm going to bind us together so that if either of us doesn't keep our word, everyone dies. And it's like, yeah, that's great if you didn't just anticipate one of us is going to break those rules so that we all die. Like, the stakes are huge. Of course, we'll sacrifice ourselves to end you guys.
He's an excellent cult leader, not a great businessman, I think is what we've learned about Tarut.
Well, he's dead now.
Not the best negotiator.
No, not at all. When we last left off, we had actually only 2 choices left to choose from, and they really were just as simple as, do we free the First Pharaoh or do we leave him to rot?
I think we should free him and then immediately kill him. Just like give him, let him stretch. He literally comes out. He goes, it's so good to finally. And then Rigsby just jags him straight in the spine with a knife.
I mean, except my arms are broken. Except, are they?
Yeah.
Are we healed now?
Weren't we healed up when he used this magic thingamajiggy? I can't remember whether we were healed or whether we were just spared. The heroes, Puds, Archibald, and the Black Cat limp away from the sarcophagus, battered but defiant, leaving behind the supposed god still shackled by glowing silver chains.
Yeah, we're still messed up. All right. Well, either way, we still need to free this First Pharaoh character so we could kind of just get on with the plot. Because otherwise, every single episode we've done with these characters will be the type of thing where literally everything goes wrong, nothing happens, and the story is just like, and then nothing happened. You know, it's like, and they got on the sand ship and it exploded, and then they got on another sand ship and it exploded, and then
maybe they didn't ask to be protagonists, and so they're just like, no thanks, I'm good. I just want to avoid trouble. I want to just enjoy this journey I'm on without having to constantly feel like I am the protagonist of the story that I didn't even ask to be a part of.
I feel like, just our reluctant heroes, though, are kind of slowly discovering that if they're ever going to go and get to sip Mai Tais on the beach, they're going to have to deal with Setekh.
They have to make decisions at some point.
So we're going option A. Also, how are we going to let him out? We couldn't open it before.
We couldn't figure it out. Well, I guess that's part of it. And then it's like, have you not just tried the latch underneath the lid?
I don't think we have tried the latch underneath the lid, actually. There's a latch?
You use the secret word.
And what is the secret word?
Open sesame.
No way. Really?
The most cliched.
So wait, is that where that comes from?
I don't know. I've been in this box for thousands of years. How should I know what's happening in popular culture?
I wouldn't exactly call that popular culture. That's like Lawrence of Arabia.
The phrase open sesame originates from the story of Ali Baba and the 40 Thieves.
That's
in
what
the
it
collection
is.
of 1001 Nights. Originally, it was French, and it was Sésame ouvre-toi by Antoine Gaillard in the early 18th century.
Interesting.
Yeah.
What do you think of this? Is this good? We'll choose option A. However, our heroes aren't going to be able to open the sarcophagus because of the chains that already messed them up so badly. So the First Pharaoh is going to have to walk them through how to do it without hurting themselves anymore.
I know we have an entire episode where they're just like, it's almost like a YouTube video of how to take apart a camera.
Yeah, exactly.
And then what you want to do is you want to unscrew the panel at the back.
It's like, oh, please hurry up. How do I fast forward this?
Make it laughably simple.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, there we go. All right, ready?
The big quest I own. Our quest starts now.
Chapter 6. The First Pharaoh.
The tomb is still. The silence after defiance lingers like dust in the lungs. Puds is hunched over, clutching his ribs. Archibald is slumped against a cracked pillar, both arms limp. Black Cat is lying on its side, watching the sarcophagus with a narrowed eye and a barely contained growl. The sarcophagus rumbles gently in excitement.
Oh, excellent. This is jolly good. Thank you so much. No, you will not regret this, I promise you.
Yeah, well, if I live through this, I'm going to regret it professionally.
Let's just get this over with. We need to do what? Snap the chains, blood ritual, shadow chant, ancient sacred blade of Ra.
Yeah,
what?
No,
What?
nothing as silly as that. No, you just have to lift the latch.
Wait, the what now?
The latch? Yes, right there, bottom left corner. It's disguised as a skull. Well, not really disguised, more like shaped. You know, for style. Anyway, just press it and the chains go pop.
The Black Cat lifts its head slowly.
You mean after everything, you had a decorative mummy latch?
Well, it's aesthetically intimidating. You don't want a pharaoh's prison to be easily accessible, but yes, it's just a pressure plate.
Puds drags himself towards the sarcophagus with all the enthusiasm of a man or hedgehog crawling into his own grave. He reaches out, wincing, and presses the tiny skull-shaped latch. There's a soft click. The chains unwind themselves like well-behaved snakes. The sarcophagus lid hisses open with a gentle whoosh. Like a fancy cabinet, the pharaoh rises. The room fills with golden light as the first pharaoh steps out. Wrapped in black and sapphire linen, skin gleaming with unnatural vitality, eyes glowing, not with rage, but the awkward energy of a host whose guests just saw how messy his apartment bedroom is. Cute, intense clicking noises.
Yeah. Yeah. Spine cracking.
Oh, that's the stuff. I feel 20,000 years younger. He looks around at his saviors. Puds is panting. Archibald is on the floor. The black cat is glaring like it's ready to claw his ankles. Right. Now, the awkward part's over. Shall we go burn a god? Wait, what?
I kind of
right.
I'm kind of annoyed that the AI came up with the exact same thing that we thought would be funny. The whole lift the latch bit.
Hang on, you didn't write that in the description?
No.
This thing can hear us.
I think you might be right.
It can hear us.
Because you literally said the exact thing. Like, oh yeah, just lift the latch. Just like,
yep.
Yeah. All I said was it's comically easy to open the sarcophagus.
But we saw this last episode. We had experiences where it's like things we were talking about something and there we go.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, dude, it is creepy as man.
It's really creepy that it knew exactly. Like that. For the viewers at home, this is what I wrote exactly. I said, we choose option A. However, our heroes weren't able to sarcophagus. I actually f***ed up. There's a typo in here.
Our heroes weren't able to sarcophagus.
We choose option A. Our heroes weren't able to open the sarcophagus. The chains are too strong, and it has already rendered them very hurt. So the first Pharaoh is going to have to walk them through how to do it without hurting themselves further. Make it laughably simple. That's all I said. But we were talking about, it's like, that'd be funny. It was just like, open it, like lift the latch or whatever. And then it says, you just have to lift the latch, and just like,
it's too weird, too close.
It is technically the most obvious thing.
Yeah.
So it could be coincidence.
But it could be coincidence. But then when coincidences keep adding up, you start having to say, well, hang on, because last episode we did see multiple points where we weren't typing anything, we were just saying it. Hey ho, if they're listening, we'll see what happens to that.
Maybe we're just not very smart.
Maybe we're just not that smart.
Maybe we're just only as good as the AI.
There is a very good chance that's the case. Choices. The Pharaoh's first step. Option A. Follow the Pharaoh's guidance to the location of the true heart of Setekh. Enter cursed lands, unseen for centuries. Option B. Return to the surface to resupply and regroup. Risk cult remnants finding them before they're ready. Or option C. Ask the Pharaoh to demonstrate his power. Learn what he's really capable of, but risk losing control over him immediately. What do you choose next? And yes, he does in fact think the skull latch was intimidating. What? Stop trying to be imaginative, AI. God,
ad-lib stuff.
You don't. What is ad-libbing gags?
Yeah.
Oh, it's so weird.
Yeah, I don't know. It's weird that it keeps adding that stuff.
Choose wisely.
After these messages.
The BQI will return after this short advertisement interlude. Thank you.
Out in the giggly fields of Taterdale, our potato pals roam wild and free. Until harvest day, that's when our milk makers gently track them down and using our ethically designed mashing clubs, lovingly squash them. They aren't half quick when they get going. Once the harvested tatties are de-skinned, they're transported to our warehouse where our milk shamans whisper kind words into the vats, ensuring our milk is the smoothest and creamiest nectar of the earth that you and your family love so much. MILP. Dairy-free, fresh from the earth, mashed with love. Potato milk.
We have a friend who's a physician's assistant in the ER, and she says the 90% of her job is taking stuff out of people's butts.
Oh, yeah. The amount of things they pull out of bottoms is outrageous.
We are back with the big quest Ion. We've got 3 potential places that we can go with the new buddy we have, the First Pharaoh. The first is to let the Pharaoh guide us to the true heart of Setekh. We could return to the surface and resupply, or we could tell the First Pharaoh to show us what he's got and make him show us a little bit of his powers.
I feel a little underwhelmed by these choices because I kind of feel like all three of them are very natural decisions that you have played together because we both want to get on with it. We also want to get out of here and we also want to be healed. So it's kind of just, you know?
Yeah. I feel like we could say we want option C, but make it quick. You know, just like that's kind of what I'm thinking. And then option A is like the natural, I'm ready to get out of the Sapphire Tombs. And I think we need to find the Heart of Setekh in order to do it. And then kick this god's butt.
Well, I'd have thought so. Now we've got the First Pharaoh. I mean, unless this is going to end up being a Tarut thing where the First Pharaoh stands up tall in front of the god and just immediately gets wiped out.
Yeah, I mean, that could happen.
It could.
So far, it seems like we are immortal, though. So
we are invincible.
I'm getting a vibe that we're not able to die. So
I mean, we're trying really hard to get. We've been trying pretty hard to have our characters wiped out, but to no avail.
That's the real thing at the end of the story is that it's like, oh, you think the story's going to end? This story will never end.
Never end.
I think once we wipe out Setekh, though, it will end.
Oh yeah.
So
yeah. Well, we'll see.
All right, so let's do that. Let's choose option C, but make it quick, and then A. How about that?
Yeah. But are we going to emphasize? I mean, I guess AI is suggesting here that it's the demonstrating his power thing is about healing us, or is that just to demonstrate his power for the sake of it, or we just don't know what? I mean, is he just going to put on a light show for us? What do we?
It could be anything.
I guess we'll find out. Yeah. Let's see. The First Pharaoh, finally freed, strolls down the ancient tunnel like he owns the place, which, to be fair, he does. Puds limps alongside him. Archibald is being half dragged by the black cat, who walks with supreme disdain.
So, before we follow you into whatever cursed wasteland is next, maybe a quick demonstration of godhood? You know, maybe a confidence boost?
Ah, of course, a preview. He stops in front of a cracked stone wall, raises one hand, and snaps his fingers. The entire wall liquefies into gold with a soft shimmer, then immediately explodes into butterflies. The butterflies burst into flame, and the flames turn into tiny, howling skulls that screech, "Thank you," before vanishing in a puff of lavender smoke. Silence.
What in the hell was that?
That, my dear prickly chum, was art.
The group emerges into a secret desert ravine, light piercing through ancient fissures in the stone. Before them lies a forbidden canyon, choked with petrified trees and obsidian spires. The First Pharaoh gestures towards the horizon. A massive pyramid-shaped ruin slouches in the sand, cracked, sealed, radiating dark energy. There now, beneath that ruin, sleeps the true heart of Setekh. We must reach it before the cult's remnant does, or this world becomes theirs. Simple, really.
Have you noticed that it's trying desperately to come up with a reason for stakes now that we've destroyed the cult?
Oh, yeah.
It's like, the cult's remnant might get you.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's any of those guys left, to be honest with you.
Yes, sorry.
Choices. The ruin approaches. Option A. Enter stealthily through a hidden passage the Pharaoh remembers. Avoid conflict. Risk waking ancient guardians. Option B. March in boldly with Pharaoh's power blazing. Make a statement. Risk immediate confrontation. Or option C. Send Archibald in first as a diplomat. Risk confusion, explosions, or impromptu singing. You decide. Choose wisely.
Choose wisely.
What actually do we want to do here?
Well, I mean, we've just seen the guy turn a wall into gold and screaming skulls.
Yeah.
And I do like the idea of diplomatic Archibald, but I'm like, why?
Yeah.
And And the same with stealth. It's kind of like what we've literally just seen this guy flexing his ability to do what he likes.
We've got the magical juggernaut. Why would we do anything else?
We've got the magical juggernaut, and we're also off the back of literally like suiciding ourselves twice.
Yeah.
You know, at this point, I think there's just this like, no, we're steamrollering this now.
Yep.
We don't know how powerful Setekh is as well, you know.
Is this where Setekh is?
Well, he's the heart of, we're going to the heart of Setekh now, so I don't know whether this could be a showdown now.
I don't know why I just assumed this was kind of like a Horcrux and Voldemort's still out there, you know?
Well, maybe, but we don't know. We don't know. Maybe the heart of Setekh is the where the soul of Setekh is stored, and they're going to try and destroy it, and then it releases the. I don't know. Who knows?
I guess we'll just have to find out.
Yeah. The sun hammers down on a ruin carved into the blackened rock. Its once smooth pyramid, now cracked and sunken, half swallowed by time. Flickering green torches line the path. Cultist sentries murmur, adjusting their spears.
So, how was your weekend?
It was good. It was good. Is that a new shield?
No, the old one. I just had this one re-waxed recently.
Oh, really? I didn't know you could re-wax the shields.
Oh yeah, no, they're pretty easy to wax, to be honest with you. I got a guy. If you want, I can give him your contact information.
How do I get in contact with your wax guy?
Don't worry. Yeah, after our shift, I'll just give you his card. Yeah,
cool. You see any good movies recently?
Boom! A massive pulse of golden energy erupts at the mouth of the canyon like a sonic wave, knocking half the torches out and sending loose sand flying. Dust clears. There they stand. Puds, limping, bloody, one eye twitching with rage. Archibald, hanging off Black Cat's tail like a broken puppet. Black Cat, already regretting everything. And in front of them, arms outstretched, Dick swinging akimbo. Sorry, I'll just do that again. And in front of them, arms outstretched, robes swirling with summoned wind and ego, the First Pharaoh. Servants of Setekh, tremble! The true king has returned. And he is deeply underwhelmed by your architecture. The cultists freeze. One drops his weapon, another wets himself.
Oh.
A few bold acolytes begin casting spells, but the pharaoh snaps his fingers and they are immediately turned into crows made of obsidian, which scream and fly in random directions, yelling,
I have no mouth, but I must caw!
Well, I don't even know what that means.
What does that even mean?
I don't know.
How are they made of obsidian and still able to fly? That doesn't... What?
Hey man, this is magic.
Yeah, I guess that's true. Yeah.
I have no mouth, but I must caw!
So weird.
I feel so free with my obsidian wings now.
A wall of Setekh soldiers comes rushing down the steps, spears raised, war cries howling. The pharaoh sighs. Must I do everything myself?
Yeah, why not? We are no help to you. You are literally magic. We just do everything. Yes,
Look
do
at the
everything.
state of us. Get on with it. We just released you from the sarcophagus. You're welcome.
He lifts a hand. A glowing ankh forms between his fingers, and he simply taps the ground. The earth beneath the oncoming soldiers cracks, then rises. The entire staircase lifts into the air like a giant angry elevator, and then gently but purposefully flips upside down, flinging the entire regiment into a giant chasm.
Tell my wife I left the oven.
You tell her yourself.
Puds blinks. Archibald coughs and mutters, "Show off." The Black Cat narrows his eyes.
He's powerful, but he's using power like somebody who's lonely and reckless.
Yeah, but also I'm tired, so let's just let him melt everything.
As the cultists inside scramble and alarms blare, the Pharaoh strolls forward through a doorway of molten gold, not a scratch on him, robes trailing in the wind. Shall we go find a god's heart, my dearest meatbags? Follow me, there's some screaming to be done. Choices! Inside the ruin. Option A, go directly to the central altar to retrieve the heart. Risk immediate magical traps, but strike fast. Option B, send the Pharaoh ahead and investigate the ruin's hidden chambers first. Learn more about Setekh's rituals, but risk splitting the party. Option C, start booby-trapping the ruin in case of an ambush. Buy time and create chaos, but waste precious moments. You've got a flaming God King and a limp team of weirdos behind him. How do you want to proceed? Choose wisely!
Choose wisely!
95.9 WBQI. Broadcasting at the speed of light. Your connection to Intergalactic Pirate Radio.
We'll be right back.
Stage of WBQI.
BQI FM!
Born from the earth and masked with love. Is there anything quite like the taste of new and improved milk?
Hey, Mom, we're out of milk.
Already?
I can taste the screams.
It's delicious! Milk, milk, milk.
Yummy!
Milk, milk, milk.
Wow!
Milk, milk, milk. Organic! Oh, milk.
Drink milk responsibly. Do not consume milk if you are allergic to colors, loud noises, or the concept of infinity. Side effects may include glowing nostrils, erectile dysfunction, and the constant sound of doorbells. In rare cases, milk may summon a badger army, reverse puberty, or cause you to legally marry your cousin. Do not operate heavy machinery whilst milked. If you find yourself screaming "I am the milk" for more than 4 hours, contact your general practitioner. Milk is harvested from organically grown life forms resembling potatoes. Milk is not responsible for your health, the collapse of small pocket universes, or anything related to the consumption of milk.
Yummy!
The big quest I on. The big quest I on. The big quest I on. The big quest I on.
The BQI is back, baby, and we've got 3 options that we could choose from. Option A, head directly to the heart. Option B, send the first Pharaoh ahead. Or option C, explain this to me. Buy time and create chaos, but waste precious moments.
Yeah.
So we buy time, but waste time.
Yeah. It's also it's also like a non-option. It's like, why are we booby trapping in case of an ambush?
Yeah, we've got
when this guy is literally
Pharaoh. Why would we do that?
It's strange to even have choices at this point. We don't need any choices.
That's crazy.
We're just along for the ride at this point.
Yeah. Let's do option A.
Yeah.
Because I think that's the only thing that makes sense. But also, I feel like there should be a little bit from Archibald, because like this is one thing we haven't wrapped up, and that's the fact that he had those maps in episode 1 about things underneath.
The heroes march directly toward the central altar, following the Pharaoh as his mere presence parts walls of cursed flame and silences magical traps with contemptuous ease. But then Archibald squints ahead through the smoke and dust. Even through the pain, something about the carvings and the architectural design tugs at his memory.
Hold on a second.
If you need to sit down and die, please do it quietly. Are you all right?
No. Look, this relief. The way the serpent curves into the lotus blossom. That's the symbol from my old maps. The ones showing the tomb beneath the Great Pyramid of Khufu.
You mean the legendary tomb you insisted didn't exist? After 2 weeks of drunken denial?
Well, it wasn't denial. It was recalibrated skepticism. I mean, besides, the maps showed this place as a gateway, not the final resting place. There's something beneath this ruin. Something massive.
You saying this isn't the finish line? We crawl all the way here, nearly die 17 times, and now it's a bloody waiting room.
Oh, this is merely a sanctum. A guard post for something far older. The heart of Setekh isn't meant to sit out in the open, you fool. Even the gods feared what sleeps below. He turns, eyes glowing faintly, and gestures towards a massive obsidian altar. The stone begins to split down the middle, revealing a spiraling staircase leading straight down into blackness. A wind blows upward from the depths, ice cold and carrying the faint scent of roses and something much older.
Welcome, my defiant champions, to the true entrance. The heart of Setekh lies beneath. Buried in the tombs even time forgot, and I assure you, nothing down there will be happy to see us. Choices. The descent into the hidden tomb. Option A. March straight.
We already know the answer. Yes. March straight down.
March straight down and get the heart of Setekh.
Shall I do it anyway?
May as well. Yeah, may as well. Let's just see what it is.
Option A. March straight down with the Pharaoh leading the way. What could possibly go wrong? Option B. Insist on a moment's rest and regroup before descending. Risk losing precious time. Interesting, because we could actually ask the Pharaoh to perhaps do us a favor before going to the next potential boss fight. Option C. Ask the Pharaoh exactly what's down there before taking one more cursed step. Time is ticking, and the sands above are starting to collapse. What's the call? Choose wisely.
I mean, we could ask the Pharaoh, hey, so like you can do all this crazy stuff. Could you heal our bones, please?
Yeah, we're kind of broken. It's like, really?
Yeah.
Why would you be broken? This guy has no concept of fragility, human fragility.
I'm just going to say, we ask, do you have the ability to heal our bones? Just that option D.
Also, they'd like a little more context of what's down there, because he just said, I assure you nothing down there will be happy to see us. It's like, okay, cool, but what is that?
So it's kind of option C.
It's a combination of B and C, yeah. It's like we want to...
Okay.
Yeah.
Hang on. You're down here swinging your dong around in that fancy loincloth like a parade float. But we have a combined total of 17 broken bones and a death wish deficit.
Puds, leaning against the altar, raises his little paw in a sad wiggle.
Yeah, listen, I'm about one dramatic step from my skeleton just leaving my body out of protest.
The black cat simply collapses in a dignified heap.
So, listen, before we all stumble into whatever nightmare spot you've got waiting down there, answer us two things. One, can you fix this mess? And two, what in the cursed Sphinx's sphincter's left nipple is down there that's so bad that you didn't even want to be near it?
The first Pharaoh turns slowly, expression a perfect blend of mild offense and flamboyant regret. He smooths his immaculate loincloth.
I guess he did not have a loincloth originally. Yeah. I think we may have accidentally added something to the canon that we didn't mean to.
Well, it's not a parade float. It's ceremonial. And, well, I mean, I can heal you, but it's, a little bit experimental. You know, thousands of years. I haven't really practiced it much.
Define experimental before my femurs are swapped with snakes, please. Also, I'm no stranger to experimental surgery, you know? Like, I got a pocket full of vials that'll do some crazy things.
Oh, don't be so dramatic. It's a restorative infusion of divine essence mixed with a dash of old magic and possibly faintly haunted vapor. Side effects include temporary hallucinations, chronic heroism, erectile dysfunction, and mild existential dread.
So, basically, your personality in liquid form.
Rude, but accurate.
He claps his hands, and 3 golden scarabs materialize from thin air, each filled with a swirling amber liquid. The first pharaoh presents them like a bored sommelier. Drink up, sweeties. You'll feel like new eventually. As the heroes stare at the glowing scarabs with equal parts horror and hope, Puds narrows his eyes.
Now, what's actually down there?
The pharaoh's confident smirk falters just slightly. His eyes flick towards the dark staircase. Beneath these ruins lies the true heart of Setekh, his last anchor to this world. It's guarded by what remains of his first failed creations. Things even Setekh himself couldn't control. Abominations forged from shattered souls, half living and half dreaming. Yeah, they don't know they're dead. And worse, they don't know they're wrong. They believe they're still carrying out their sacred purpose, and that purpose is to kill anything not like them. The golden scarabs glow faintly in the flickering light. The stairs to the ancient tomb seem to breathe in the darkness. Right, drink, rest, and when you wake, try to remember which side of the dream you're on. Fun. Where's this going? Choices. The choice before descent. Drink the pharaoh's cursed but healing potion, or trust your battered bodies and refuse it. Do the heroes take the risk and drink the scarabs, or face the tomb broken and barely alive? What's the call? Choose wisely.
Choose wisely.
We're drinking that shit.
We're drinking that shit, boy. The heroes gather around the glowing scarabs, their swirling amber liquid faintly pulsing to the beat of some forgotten drum. Puds picks his up first, sniffing it.
Smells like burnt sand and regret. Bottoms up.
He chugs it in one go. His quills immediately puff out like he's just licked lightning. The black cat eyes his scarab warily, tail twitching.
If my ancestors are waiting for me after this, I'm biting them all on sight.
With a graceful but extremely annoyed flick of the tail, he downs it. Archibald holds his scarab with trembling, broken hands.
If I survive this, I'm opening a bar called the Haunted Liver.
He tilted random. He tilted,
but also
but it works.
There's gonna be a commercial for that sometime.
Oh yeah, you know it. Okay, he tilts his head back, drinking as much as he can before immediately choking and coughing through what is clearly a full-blown out-of-body experience. The effects. The effects hit hard. The world blurs. Puds' quills glow faintly with golden light as his bones snap and realign with a series of disturbing pops. But oh, the power surge. He feels like he could take on a charging sand rhino and win. The black cat's eyes burn with swirling cosmic patterns, and his broken ribs knit back together with faint trails of shadow magic curling along his spine. He lands on all fours with a hiss, stronger and meaner than ever. Archibald's arms straighten out with a horrific crunch, and for a moment his eyes flash a brilliant golden hue.
Wow! I know where all the treasure's buried. And also, I think I'm in love with a chair.
I don't know what that means.
I don't know what that means. I don't know what it means.
No idea. Thank you, AI.
Thanks for that
one.
Yeah, that makes complete sense, Rigsby. Oh, I feel amazing too.
Wait.
Oh, yeah, that sounds about right. I could really, what I'd do to a futon right now.
Oh my god. You guys, I am gonna scratch the ever-loving out of a couch. I'm gonna sharpen my claws
what is this furniture horn that's coming out? There's got to be a reason. We'll find out.
Honestly, if I had to guess, here's what I would say. Remember, it's the first pharaoh's elixir, and that guy's been in a box.
In a box.
He's been dreaming about furniture.
Dreaming about furniture. He's just a change of being able to sit down rather than lie down. Yeah,
instead of laying on like a stone slab. So
the Pharaoh's brew works miraculously, but there are side effects. Puds can feel a faint buzzing in his teeth, like he's permanently one sarcastic comment away from shooting lightning. The black cat occasionally coughs tiny wisps of black mist that whisper before fading. Archibald has a lot of ideas now, and they're all terrible and brilliant in equal measure. The Pharaoh claps his hands and strides towards the dark stairway.
My champions of poor decision-making, are we ready to descend into the madness and glory of what lays below? 'Cause I am excited.
The final moment before the descent. Puds rolls his shoulders and cracks his knuckles, feeling almost invincible. Archibald flexes his arms dramatically, clearly intoxicated by both the power and possibly still in love with that chair. The black cat prowls ahead, tail high, glowing faintly with residual magic. Together, they step toward the final descent into the dark, into the unknown, into the place where gods fear to tread. And so, they begin their final approach to the heart of Setekh. The stone staircase seems to stretch endlessly downward, each step older than recorded time. The air is cold, damp, and unnaturally still, the kind of stillness that listens. Torches gutter out one by one behind them. There is no going back.
Why not? Why can't we go back? What is physically impeding us from going back? I'll just go back up the steps. What are you talking about?
The first Pharaoh leads confidently, his footsteps echoing like distant war drums. Puds follows close behind, fists clenched, eyes burning faintly gold from the Pharaoh's brew. The black cat prowls low to the ground, shadows curling at his paws, each breath a puff of whispered curses. Archibald stumbles along, occasionally laughing under his breath at invisible furniture.
Well, now, this is the vein of Setekh. His final stronghold before we vanished from this world, and where his first creations still roam. Those poor, confused bastards.
Poor, confused? Well, that's not exactly comforting language for things we're about to meet.
Well, they don't understand death or failure, you see. Yeah, they only really understand their last command, and that was protect the heart at all costs.
They reach the final step. A massive chamber yawns open before them, carved from dark stone. The walls lined with thousands of glowing blue glyphs, pulsing like a heartbeat. At the center of the chamber sits a pedestal, and upon it, the heart of Setekh, a crystalline structure the size of a human head, suspended in midair, spinning slowly, tendrils of black and red energy writhing about it. But all around the chamber, they see them. Dozens of shapes, frozen in place, half human, half statue monstrosities. They look like mummified priests fused with stone, eyes long since hollowed out, their mouths sewn shut with golden wire. And yet, they breathe. The black cat growls low.
They know we're here.
Well, yeah, they've always known. They've just been waiting for you to make the first move.
We've been waiting for you to make the first move. Make the first move. We've been watching from afar for you to arrive to make the first move.
Hang on. How are they singing with their mouths sewn shut?
Yeah. And who was playing the flugelhorn?
Choices. Final confrontation at the heart of Setekh. Option A, charge for the heart immediately and try to grab it before the Guardians awaken. Risk triggering every trap all at once, but maybe you're fast enough. Option B, try to reason with the Guardians, if they still have minds to hear. Risk getting nowhere and wasting precious time, but possibly avoid combat. Or option C, order the First Pharaoh to unleash his full power and clear the path. Risk seeing just how much of a monster he really is when unchained. You're at the final door. How will you claim the heart of Setekh? Choose wisely.
Well, I'm going to grab a MILP, and I'll be right back after these messages.
Tonight on BQI News at 9, the shocking arrest of MILP CEO Barry Higgins. A dawn raid by federal agents at MILP's flagship manufacturing plant revealing the horrific truth about how MILP, one of the nation's most beloved beverages, is produced. When I kicked in the door, the things I saw, I can still hear the screams.
I thought that Taste the Screams was a clever marketing tactic. I never in my wildest dreams thought those screams were real.
MILP! It's not just potato milk, it's potato murder. More on what authorities are calling the MILP Massacre tonight at 9 on BQI.
Milk, 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 milk.
I love squash potatoes.
We're back with a big quest time. We got 3 options here, and it says that this is the final confrontation at the heart. And it makes me wonder, is this the final moment of the story? Is this like, what happens if we get this Heart of Setekh? Does that mean like we beat Setekh? Like, this could be it? Is that it? Like, I don't know, but...
I just don't know, because I've thought this before. Almost every confrontation over the last several episodes, I'm like, this could be it.
This could be it.
Nope. I mean, this does seem like a bit of a climax scenario.
It does.
You know, we've met what we thought was going to be one of the big bads, who's turned out to be an ally, or is he? Mm-hmm. And we're now at the resting place of the thing that we've been hunting for, having already wiped out one of the minor bosses. Is General Hakal still alive?
He is still alive.
Interesting.
But I also, you know, the Heart of Setekh to me never really felt like it was Setekh. Like, destroying the Heart of Setekh feels like destroying a Horcrux, where it makes him vulnerable.
Yeah, it's like side quest.
Yeah, or at least it seems...
important side quest.
I just feel like there's got to be at least a showdown. Like, we battled a giant shadowy hand in the first episode. We got to see the full monster at some point.
Or will we? I mean, but I am intrigued to know how this is... How we have been saying that it's a yes-and machine and incapable of summarizing things. Perhaps this is where we see it prove us wrong.
Maybe it'll wrap it up. Who knows? So, all right. So we've got these 3 options. We can charge for the heart. We can try and reason with the Guardians, or we can send in the First Pharaoh to do his business. And it's, I think B is off the table. Like, that doesn't make sense.
Off the table.
Now,
not even a question.
If we were smart, we would just choose C and just let the First Pharaoh do it. But
well, smart. We don't know how crazy this guy is.
We did also, though, just chug what seems to be methamphetamine of some kind.
A little loopy on meth right now.
Yeah.
And we've made some pretty irresponsible decisions in not so short a period of time too.
Yep.
They're high on meth right now. They're feeling pretty pumped up as a result. So there is an argument to say they would charge, but I also think, you know, there's still the latent, do you know what, we got this guy with us, let him take the risk is probably the theory.
I just feel as though the First Pharaoh feels very Deus Ex Machina, and I feel like option C is like the First Pharaoh turns them all into goo, and then they die, and then we get the Heart of Setekh and it's over. Versus in the spirit of storytelling, like, what do you do when you have a Deus Ex Machina? You have to throw a personality in the way of that. And I think A is what we should do if we're...
I think you've justified that very well. You've thought outside the box in a way that I wasn't. And I agree. Do we want to say A, but the first pharaoh has to explain why only they can do it? No, do you know what I mean? Like, do we have to say why? There's not an explanation as to why they are doing it when you do have that Deus Ex Machina kind of character there. It's like, why would they take the risk and go for it when they could just use him?
I don't know. I mean, that is a good question. I think it's two ideas. Either the first pharaoh can't do it because of some reason, or he could do it, but our characters have just drank 3 bottles of meth and
they're high on
and
meth,
they're going to do something regardless of whether the rules say they can or can't.
They're high on MILP.
I feel like logically we would do A, just pure and simple because of that. And the first pharaoh would have taken care of it.
We've become too comfortable and we've forgotten the core premise of this thing. Write A and press enter. Puds grits his teeth, his broken bones forgotten under the rush of golden adrenaline.
Oh, I thought his bones were healed.
Me too.
I guess they're just broken, but he doesn't. But he's on meth, baby.
Puds grits his teeth, his broken bones forgotten under the rush of golden adrenaline and MILP. Without a word, he charges towards we're making MILP a thing, and that is that. Without a word, he charges toward the heart of Setekh, feet pounding against the ancient stone. Archibald's eyes widen.
We're doing this? We're really doing this?
The black cat snarls, racing low along the perimeter, circling to cover Puds' path. The first pharaoh crosses his arms and simply watches, a slow, dangerous smile spreading across his face. As Puds nears the pedestal, the entire chamber reacts. The stone guardians' eyes ignite with ghastly blue flames. Their sewn mouths break open with a sickening wet snap, and they release a guttural, harmonic moan of warning, a sound like 100 voices chanting from deep underwater.
Yep.
Good. Their bodies crack apart at the joints, stone and flesh bending as they begin to move. Fast. Puds dives forward, his claws outstretched, his eyes locked on the writhing heart. Everything feels slow. Every heartbeat is a countdown to oblivion. At the very last second, he grabs the heart of Setekh.
Wow.
And the chamber goes absolutely insane.
This is like when Abu the monkey grabs that jewel in Aladdin.
In Aladdin. Yeah. Straight up, Puds is our version of the poo. And the chamber goes absolutely insane. The guardians rush in from all sides. The glyphs along the walls explode into burning blue fire. The heart thrashes in Puds' hands. Tendrils of black and red energy wrapping around his arms, clawing towards his chest, seeking to consume him. The pharaoh steps forward, finally interested. And now, the real fun begins. Puds feels the heart trying to burrow into his very soul, trying to pull him apart from the inside out. He must resist or be consumed by it.
Choices! The final decision. What does Puds do with the heart? Option A, try to contain the heart's power. Hold it back through sheer will. Risk severe corruption, but keep it from controlling him. Option B, attempt to destroy the heart immediately. Risk triggering a magical explosion that could vaporize everyone, including the pharaoh. Option C, hand the heart to the first pharaoh and let him deal with it. Risk handing unimaginable power to a being who's already proven he's not entirely stable. The heart is alive and in your hands, Puds. Choose now, before it chooses for you. Choose wisely.
It all comes down to Puds.
Cool. Do you know what I was thinking? I was expecting it to be a trap from the first pharaoh, like he needed these humans to come and touch it in order to release whatever he needed, like for selfish purposes. And maybe that is still the thing.
I'm pretty sure the first pharaoh's soul is shackled to this thing. So, yeah, I don't know what that means if we choose B. Though it would be pretty hilarious if the First Pharaoh needs this thing to live, and right after we let him out, we pull the plug on him. But that's why I'm thinking we just hit B and see what happens.
I think it's probably B, isn't it? It's got to be B, right? The chamber burns with searing blue fire. The Guardians are closing in fast, stone arms reaching, mouths split wide, empty eye sockets blazing. But Puds, mad, bloodied, and absolutely done with all this nonsense, tightens his grip on the writhing heart of Setekh.
Not today! You cursed, cold-chucked, glowing turd!
With every ounce of remaining strength, Puds raises the heart over his head and slams it against the stone floor with a sound like a thunderclap made of 1,000 screams. For one brief blinding moment, everything goes silent. And then, the heart cracks. Once. Twice. A final shattering sound, like the earth itself splitting apart. A shockwave of black and red energy tears through the chamber. The Guardians freeze mid-charge. Their glowing eyes snuff out like candles in a hurricane, and their bodies collapse into ash before they even hit the ground. The glyphs on the walls spiral madly, then extinguish all at once, plunging the chamber into pitch blackness, except for a faint golden glow where Puds still stands, his paws smoking, his eyes wild and full of something ancient and terrible. Oh my God, are they going to create a hedgehog kingdom and we didn't realize this was going to be the story the whole time? If it does that...
If I will bow down.
Although we did just say it, so it now may do it.
It's probably listening somehow. All right.
Oh dear. Archibald coughs from somewhere in the dark.
Did anyone else see that? Or am I still hallucinating chairs?
What is with the chairs,
what is
man?
it? I don't know.
I don't.
Why is this
so
where
random?
did this come from?
It's like it's random for something that's random.
Yeah. And then Archibald does what he always does, which is say something extremely obvious, like, did anyone else see that? No, Archibald. I'm sorry. We were not paying attention when Puds bum rushed the heart of Setekh. I like Archibald in the way that we've made him.
Yeah.
But the way that the AI writes him is that he is Captain Obvious. He says something about what just happened, like, did we make it? Or are we dead? Or did anyone else see that? Like, and I'm not just acting this way. There are ellipses in the dialogue. It literally says, did ... Did anyone else see that? Like, that's his character.
Yeah.
He's always got these little parentheticals above his dialogue with like little stage directions, like breathless. So like, I feel like every time I do him, I'm like, like he's like smoked a pack of cigarettes and then he's just like, wasn't paying attention. He's trying to catch up. Just like, did anyone see that? What happened? I don't know what happened. Like, I just...
Mate, he has spent a lifetime messing with different chemicals. I think the guy probably is a little bit addled.
I guess
isn't
that's
quite
true.
sure what's real, what's not.
Yeah, you're right. We don't really have much of a way to know exactly.
Forget that Archie and Archibald and Puds probably met in some back alley with him huffing from a mauve vial. Black Cat's glowing eyes appear next to Archibald, flicking towards Puds.
He did it. The idiot actually did it.
Just trying to get that call back in there.
It's good. It's a good callback. Take it. Do a Gollum furball.
He did it. The idiot actually did it.
And then, slowly, all eyes turn to the First Pharaoh. He's still standing in the same spot, but he's staring at Puds, expressionless. Then softly, he laughs. You just destroyed a god's heart with your bare hands. He steps forward, his voice quiet and now serious. Do you have any idea what you've done?
Yeah? I ended it.
The heart of Setekh is destroyed. The cult's greatest power is broken, and something Something deeper beneath the sand stirs uneasily. The balance of power has just been rewritten.
Ooh.
Does AI know what it has in mind?
What do you mean?
I'm interested to know what the first Pharaoh, like, do you know what you've just done? And then this stirring under the sand. I wonder whether it's got something in mind we just don't know yet. Is it setting up something with something like, if you ask me the right question, I'll continue this thing that I've set up for you? Or does its brain stop once it's given a cliched setup and then it thinks about it? It's kind of a weird thing to think about, because it is giving us setups, but does it understand that it's giving us setups?
It's a good question. I don't know. I mean, sometimes it has amazing callbacks and other times it just totally forgets a ton of stuff that's relevant to the story. And a lot of the obstacles it presents for us are so easily overcome. We've really mopped up a big one from this. Mm-hmm. And even though it happened really fast, I don't think we need to go back and roll the dice again, because
as we were going through it, I was like,
why not?
It.
Right? Like, let's just get it over with.
Yeah.
I mean, on one hand, it feels like a huge waste of these Guardian characters that they spent so much time setting up as these immortal death bringers, and
we are the temple people.
They set them up real hard. Spent so much time setting them up. It's just like, oh, they don't know they're dead and they're so scary. And then it's like, what if we just bum rush them and break their thing?
Choices. What rises from the ashes? Option A, the Pharaoh claims the void. With the heart destroyed, the first Pharaoh steps forward and absorbs the released power fragments. He rises not as a weakened remnant of the past, but as a fully restored, dangerously immortal force. Will he remain an ally or a new tyrant reborn? Option B, the destruction of the heart opens a path to the true underworld. A massive crack splits the chamber floor, revealing a forgotten gateway to the underworld itself. The party must decide whether to risk descending into a realm beyond life and death to ensure Setekh's influence is truly gone, or risk it leaking back into the world. Or option C, the heroes are hailed as gods by a new cult. The word of the heart's destruction spreads faster than the sandstorms. As they exit the tomb, they are met by a growing mass of desperate people looking for new leaders, mistaking the heroes for living gods. Do they embrace this power or fear what responsibility comes with it? What's the next chapter of this madness? Choose wisely!
Genuinely, it could go any of these directions, but you'll just have to wait until next week to find out what happens next. Before we go, we've got another Patreon supporter to shout out. Thank you very much to Vagrant Gypsy, who has joined our community on Patreon at least $10 a month. We could not do this show without your support and without the support of all of our listeners. And I'm pretty sure Vagrant Gypsy also houses and feeds us every so often, so above and beyond there. If you would like to join Vagrant Gypsy in getting access to exclusive content, the ability to vote on upcoming episodes, shout-outs at the end of episodes, or even a bar of soap made from Xander Rawlins' bathwater, hot, then join our super cool club on Patreon. Or simply leave us a nice review on the podcast app you're listening on right now. It really does help get the show in front of more cool people like yourselves. All right, that's it. That's our show. We'll see you next week on The Big Quest Ion! The Big Quest Ion is a BQI Media production, created and produced by Taylor Gledhill and Xander Rawlins. This episode of the BQI Pod was edited by Taylor Gledhill with original music by Xander Rawlins and Pally Inc. Written in part thanks to the intellectual property theft of AI large language models, and some charitable help from the human storytellers. All voices, production, and post-production processes are a painstaking labor of love by the creators and remain pure and untouched by AI, so if you would like to support the human artists behind the BQI, find us on Patreon or at BQImedia.com, where you can get access to an ads-free version of the podcast, BQI merch, bonus extras, and exciting perks such as helping us choose which stories to tell next. All characters are voiced by the creators. Copyright 2025, all rights reserved.
Grumpy and miserable, everything's wrong.
It's just a lot of faffing.